on, and you are good.
When you're tracking this pandemic and how it affects your family, your community, your circles, keep in mind there are indicators that we all fixate on. Of course, death tolls, right? We're all about death tolls. And what about survivors? If you need to be cheered up, you look for survival rates, and it's just countless things that you can consider. But what I'd like you to kind of just put in your mind briefly is the idea of what is everybody else feeling and doing, because that mob mentality baseline is going to dictate where we end up, right? So some of us, at least talking from my own experience, feel a desire to be more aware so that I could keep my family out of harm's way or trouble as things unfold wherever they go. But the majority of my time, 80% of it, is spent on being constructive and motivated and focused and open communications with the family and friends, and making sure that we all are aware of where we're at and what we're doing. It's too easy to go quiet, to go deep and brood. And the news coming off the news cycles, let's face it, isn't really news. It's for ratings, and it's all bad. And you can get sucked into that programming, or you can take care of it yourself. Start downloading through productive choices, thoughts, imagery, information that is going to improve your situation. It's one of the more effective ways, because come on, let's face it, folks. That uncertainty can creep in on you, can it? You could have thoughts that you thought maybe only doomsday preppers would have. And you could feed them sometimes. Sometimes you drift into that daydreamy state where it kind of takes over. So you snap out of it and remember you have to bring the groceries up, or some very familiar waypoint in your daily routine, what's left of one, perhaps keeps you going. Well, if that's the case, you're paying too much attention to that darkness and not enough attention to that part of you that's going to get stuff done, including that part of you that says it's time to take a nap. Remember, sleep, hydration, and then all of the physical pieces that come along with that, as far as shelter, security, warmth, companionship, all of those things that make us whole humans being. That little werewolf voice that comes in and starts giving you those ideas of potential hazards and what you would or would not do in those situations, they're important, they're healthy. Take them out for a walk, examine what they're teaching you, and then put them away. And if they're coming out strong, go split firewood. Go change the oil in the car. Go for a walk with the dog until you can track where it's coming from, because it's always a message. Either about some threat that may be on the horizon that you haven't really figured out yet, or an old scar or injury that's now coming up because of this new uncertainty, and we're shaken, not stirred. But track it. Then honor it by doing something to resolve that issue. It's one of the many ways you could learn to tame your own werewolf.